What's going on, guys? All right, we got the next song in the Kendrick Lamar Drake feud. We got Meet the Grams. This is the this is the this is the most brutal, ruthless diss of them all, in my opinion, of all the songs. Of course, we got the Maybach gloves here that we saw in, I believe, 616 in LA on the cover art for that one. Now, that's all we saw. Now it is expanded. I think that's supposed to be pills for, as a reference to Drake popping pills, okay? And also receipts. Of course, Kendrick Lamar claimed that, Drake put money in the street, but he came back with no receipts, no information that he could use against Kendrick. Well, here's Kendrick's receipts against Drake that he's got, and boy, he's going to get into some stuff. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's go, guys. You know how long these videos are, so I'm going to try to not stop and analyze everything. Chances are you've probably heard this song several times now, and if you have, you've probably heard at least one reactor talk about the lyrics. The second verse I'll definitely get into a little bit, but for the rest of them, they're pretty self-explanatory, but I'll just say a little bit about them. I'm going to try to keep this thing under 20 minutes. I don't know if I can. It's a 6.5 minute song, but let's go.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom. I'm sorry that you gotta grow up and then stand behind him. Life is hard, I know. The challenges always go beat us home. Sometimes our parents make mistakes that affect us until we grown. And you're a good kid that need good leadership. Let me be your mentor. Since your daddy don't teach you shit. Never let
Yo, that is tough right there. I mean, I'm not going to rewind it back or anything and go over them. I'm just going to stop it here and there instead of listening to him twice. But he's just, I mean, that's Drake's son, of course. So, he's just saying, hey, your father doesn't teach you anything. Again, calling Drake a bad father. We've heard that before all through these disses. And he's just saying, but I'll be here. I'll be your role model. I'll be a father to you. And that's just a double smack in the face to Drake. For one, he's calling him a bad father, and he's saying, I'll be the father to your kid. That's crazy. You do not want to hear that. All right, let's go.
the man piss on your leg, son. Either you die right there or pop that man in the head, son. Never fall in the escort business, that's bad religion. Please remember, you could be a bitch even if you got bitches. Never code switch, whether right or wrong.
So that's another shot at Drake, because, I mean, I think he's alleging that Drake is trafficking, like, girls, underage girls, which we're going to get into more in the second verse, of course. But, you can have a bitch, you can have a girl and still be a bitch, because that's only stuff that bitches do, is run girls and do stuff like that, being in the escort business, having people pay you to, you know what it means. But anyway, that's crazy. And also just meaning, like, you can be a bitch, you can be fake, you can be a P, even if you have one. So, I mean, because you're just not a man, and that's what he's saying Drake is. Drake is not a man.
Even if it don't benefit your goals, do some push-ups, get some discipline.
Push-ups.
Don't cut them corners like your daddy did. Fuck what Ozempic did. Don't pay to play with them Brazilians. Get a gym membership. Understand? Don't throw
that whole scheme about Drake's abs being fake, about him having the BBLs and everything. All right, that's crazy. Don't take the short route. Don't take shortcuts. Go to the gym. Get it legitimately, naturally. Work out. Do push-ups, and of course, drop and give me 50 push-ups. The song Drake did.
Rocks and hiding hands. That's law. Don't be ashamed about who you with. That's how he treat your moms. Don't have a kid to hide again. Be sure. 5% will comprehend, but 95 is lost. Be proud of who you are. Your strength come from within.
So that the 5% thing made me think of the 5% Nation, the faction of a certain faction of Islam that I think they believe that, like, black women and men are goddesses and gods on earth. That the first original man was black, of course. The first race was black, and I mean there's a lot of evidence that points to that, of course. Yeah, so that just made me think of that when I heard that, because the whole scheme of that, the whole thing, is 5% of the world knows the truth about that whole thing. 85% of the world. Wait a minute, is it 85%? No, hold on, 5%. Oh damn, hold up. 10%. Okay, yeah. So right, okay, here it is. 5% are the ones that know the truth, and that try to tell other people and educate people about the truth. 10% know the truth but want to keep the truth hidden from everybody, so they never know their potential and their true power. So that's 15, and then 85% of the world is just oblivious and they just don't know. So that's how it breaks down in the 5% nation. Very interesting, very interesting. Religion, or I don't know if you could even call it religion, because I don't even think they believe in a creator God. I'm not sure, but they just think that all black race people are gods and goddesses on earth. So, and they have special powers, stuff like that. But yeah, let me know some more about that, because I know I didn't get everything right, but I'm pretty sure that's what they think. And I've read a little bit about that here and there over the years. Very, very interesting. Religion, or movement, I guess you could call it as well, maybe. All right, let's go.
The superstars that's real, but your daddy ain't one of them. And you nothing like him. You'll
Okay.
carry yourself as king. Can't understand me right now. Just play this when you 18.
That's a sample from something, I know.
Dear
And just
Sandra,
all right, and before we go, now this is the verse right here. This is the verse that just set everybody going crazy. Um, yeah, you hear the way he's talking. It's with no aggression. It's with the nice voice. Just a soft voice. No, not hyper or anything like that. He's talking to Drake's kid, and right here he's going to talk to his mom, and he will get a little more aggressive on this one. But you hear he's kind of talking with like a choke a little bit, like it kind of hurts him to be saying this stuff. Like it's kind of eating at him to be having to say this, but he needs to say it. He needs to get it off his chest. He needs to tell the truth. That's what it kind of sounds like to me, how he's talking, because he sounds like he's kind of a little choked up about it. All right,
your
let's go.
son got some habits, I hope you don't undermine them. Especially with other girls that's hurt inside this climate. You a woman, so you know how it feels to be in alignment with emotion, hoping a man can see you and not be blinded. Dear Dennis, you gave birth to a master
Now it's
manipulator.
father.
Even using you to prove who he is a huge favor. I think you should ask for more paper and more paper.
So his dad is black, I guess. So he's using you to prove who he is, to prove that he's a real black person. Because a lot of people say Drake is white, and he just he's infecting the culture. He's scamming the culture, basically. He's pretending to be black when really he's black and white. I mean, I guess he's half and half. His mother's white, I think, so his dad is black. So you should ask for more and more money, because it's only because of you that he can say the N-word, that he can do what he does and claim that he's black. So that's crazy. He's talking to the father. Sorry. Excuse me, Drake's father and mother. So Sandra and Dennis, obviously.
And more paper. I'm blaming you for all his gambling addictions, psychopath intuition, the man that liked to play victim. You raised a horrible fucking person. The nerve of you, Dennis. Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy.
crazy.
Now listen. Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts. I think niggas like him should die. Him and Weinstein should get fucked up in a cell for the rest of their life. He hates black women, hypersexualize them with kinks of a nympho fetish. Grew facial hair because he understood being the beard just fit him better.
That's crazy. That whole scheme is crazy. Now, he's gonna go on to some accusations here, and if any of it is true, Kendrick, you said it, and I guess you're the first one to put it in a song. Maybe not. I don't know. Definitely the biggest song that it's ever been, for sure, to let people know. And if any of it turns out to be true, I hope and pray it's not. I'm not saying it is. I hope it's not. All right, and it could be just used as a diss. I mean, of course, we've heard the allegations. We know what's going on out there. We've seen some of the footage and everything. But I mean, I'm just gonna not speak on any of that right now myself. But he's gonna get into some heavy stuff here. And if any of that is true, then yes, Kendrick, I agree with you. People like him should die. Absolutely, and be messed up in a cell for the rest of their life. I don't mean the funny stuff. I just mean beating the shit out of them. Yes, that they deserve to have that happen. So he put him on the level of Harvey Weinstein, the guy that raped and abused so many women of age and underage in Hollywood for years and years and years, and he ain't the only one. But he's comparing Drake to him. So here we go.
Sex offenders on Hovio that he keep on a monthly allowance. Beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders.
Oh, and the beard line. He realized that growing a beard just fit him better. A beard is like when a guy that's gay, he will trot around a girl with him. That's a beard. Or if a girl is gay, she'll bring a guy with her to pretend that that's her man. And same way with a guy and a girl, she'll pretend that that's her girl. They are called a beard. That's a term because they're pretending to present this image of being straight, and he's calling Drake that too. He's saying a beard just fits you better. You grew a beard because that just fits who you are better. You're really gay. You're just pretending. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Faux fetish, grew facial hair
hold
because
on.
he understood being a beard just fit him better. He got sex offenders on Hovio that he keep on a monthly allowance. A child should never be compromised, and he keeping his child around him. And we gotta raise our daughters knowing there's predators like him lurking. Fuck a rap battle, he should die so all of these women can live with purpose. I've been in this industry 12 years, I'ma tell y'all one little secret. It's some weird shit going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. They be streamlining victims all inside of their home and calling them tender. Then leak videos of themselves to further push their agendas. To any woman that be playing this music, know that you're playing your sister, or better yet, selling your niece to the weirdos, not the good ones. Cat Williams, I gave.
Selling your niece to the weirdos, not the good ones. Somebody please explain that line. To the weirdos, not the good ones. Well, who are the good ones that somebody would sell their niece to? I mean, if you're selling a girl, that's not good to whoever it is. I mean, weird or whatever. Who's buying girls that's a normal, good person? Yeah. So I didn't quite get that line. Surely it means something more than just that. That's just my simplistic mind hearing it. But, so he's saying there's sex offenders on OVO that work for you, and you're keeping your child around them. I think that's a line about Chubbs, I guess his right-hand man, who was accused of raping a 22-year-old girl at one point, and then he did some time, I think, or was close to doing time, and then because Drake threw a celebration or something when he came home. I mean, she is 22. At least thank God it wasn't a child that he was accused of doing that to, or an underage girl. But I mean, hopefully that did not happen. Of course, rape is inexcusable, obviously, but that's not as bad as doing it to a underage girl. Still, as horrible as it is. All right, you know what I mean. All right, but he's just throwing that out there. He's got sex offenders working for him, and he's keeping his child around it, which is crazy.
They be streamlining victims all inside of their home and calling them tender. Then leak videos of themselves to further push their agenda.
And how much have we heard about Hollywood here lately? About the parties, about all the underage trafficking that goes on, about all the underage stuff that, it's sickening, guys. It's awful. And he's speaking on it. He is speaking on it, which tells me that he either has, we know he's Top Dog Entertainment. That's his label. I guess he completely owns it, because if it was owned by a actual person in Hollywood, like the rest of these record label executives, like the owners of these record labels, there would have never been any way in hell that they would have allowed him to say anything like this, because that shines light on those type of people that are doing this type of shit. So he is definitely got to be an independent artist to where nobody's in control of what he says, because they would have never let this shit slide.
To any woman that be playing this music, know that you're playing your sister. Or better yet, selling your niece to the weirdos, not the good ones. Cat Williams, I gave you the truth, so I'ma get mines. The embassy about to get raided too. It's only a
Drake's estate.
Hey, Lil Bron, keep the family away. Hey, Curry.
Drake's estate is called the Embassy. Of course, he's making a reference to how Diddy's residence got raided, and the same things happened to Drake. He's putting him in the same category as Diddy, and he says LeBron and Curry, LeBron James, Steph Curry, you need to keep your family away from this guy. Don't do it. Don't hang out with this guy, because you're gonna be lumped in too with the charges that come on him. All right,
keep the family away. To anybody that embody the love for their kids, keep the family away. They looking at you too if you standing by him. Keep the family away. I'm looking to shoot through any pervert that lives. Keep the family safe.
Oh, Agreed 100 fucking percent.
Dear baby girl, I'm sorry that your father not active inside your world. He don't commit to much, but it's music, yeah, that's for sure. He a narcissist, misogynist, living inside his songs. Try to destroy families rather than taking care of his own. She'll be teaching you timetables or watching Frozen with you. Or at your 11th birthday, singing poems with you. Instead, he being Turks, paying for sex and popping perks, examples that you don't deserve. I want to tell you that you're loved, you're brave, you're kind, you got a gift to change the world.
So this is what people were focusing on. I mean, this isn't a big deal to me if Drake has a daughter that nobody knew about. I mean, he's probably just trying to keep the limelight off her, keep the spotlight off of her, keep her out of the public eye. We see what happens to kids who are famous or who have famous fathers and mothers. Why would he want to expose a kid to that? People were making a huge deal out of this. I don't really get it. It probably turns out that this wasn't true. We'll get into that later on Drake's last diss where he addressed it completely. But so this blew everybody up. The fact that Kendrick was saying he had a daughter that nobody knew about. Of course, Pusha T years ago really exposed the fact that Drake had a son that nobody knew about, so people thought the same thing were happening here. We'll get into all that later, but that's what he's going on about here.
Change your father's mind, cause our children is the future, but he lives inside confusion. Money's always been illusion, but that's the life he's used to. His father probably didn't claim him neither. History repeats itself. Sometimes
saying he's doing the same thing.
Reason. But I would like to say it's not your fault that he's hiding another child. Give him grace. This the reason I made Mr. Morale. So our babies like you can cope later. Give you some confidence to go through something. It's hope later. I never want to hear you chasing man, cause it's felt behavior. Sitting in the club with sugar daddies for validation. You need to know that love is eternity and trumps all pain. I tell you who your father is, just play this song when it rains. Yes, he's a hit maker, songwriter, superstar, right? And a fucking dead beat that should never say more life. Meet the Grams.
Woo! Going crazy. I mean, this beat isn't particularly hard, but with his soft-spoken voice, the way he's talking, the way he's rapping and going about these things, and with how important the stuff is that he's talking about, it kind of fits it really perfect. I wish it would have been to kind of a harder beat, I guess, in a way, because it would have hit harder. It would have hit home even more for people. I've heard some people not like this song so much just because of the beat is so soft, but I mean, it kind of fits with how he's talking in it, really. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I mean, I get what they're saying a little bit, but I like the beat. I think it fits myself. But I mean, I wouldn't have been upset if it would have been a little bit faster. But I mean, I don't know that would have fit with how he's rapping though. So he's talking about important stuff. He's got the soft demeanor to his voice in a lot of it. So it kind of fits with the less hard beat.
Dear Hybrid,
I know you dressing Drake.
I wanted to crash your party, but truthfully,
you have.
I have a hating bone in my
yes,
body.
you do.
It's supposed to be a good exhibition within the game, but you fucked up the moment you called out my family's name. Why you had to stoop so low to discredit some decent people?
Yeah.
Yes, integrity is lost when the metaphors doesn't reach you, and I like to understand, cause your house was never a home. 37, but you showing up as a 7-year-old. You got gambling problems, drinking problems, pill popping and spending problems. Bad with money, whorehouse, soliciting women problems. Therapy's a lovely start, but I suggest some ayahuasca. Strip the ego from the body.
I don't know what that is.
I try to empathize with you, cause I know that you ain't been through nothing. Crave entitlement, but wanna be like so bad that it's puzzling. No doubt.
So he's saying, I know you've never been through nothing. You've never been through struggle. You're just pretending. That's an image that you present. You claim that that you're hard, that you're tough, you're a gangster, you're living that street life. You've never been through shit. You had an easy life growing up. That's what he's saying there, I think.
Dominance. Let's recap moments when you didn't fit in. No secret handshakes with your friend. No culture cachet to binge. Just disrespecting your mother. Identities on the fence. Don't know which family will love you. The skin that you living in is compromised in personas. Can't channel your masculine even when standing next to a woman. You a body shamer. You gon' hide them baby mamas.
He's going up now.
Embarrassed of them. That's not right. That ain't how mama raised us. Take that mask off. I wanna see what's under them achievements. Why believe you? You never gave us nothing to believe in.
then.
Cause you lied about religious views. You lied about your surgery. You lied about your accent and your past tense. All is perjury. You lied about your ghost riders.
You lied about your everything. That's perjury. That's crazy. About your. He said he lied about religious views. Let me know. You guys got to tell me about that. Like, what does Drake claim to believe or not to believe at some point, I guess, that turned out to be maybe not true.
Accent and your past tense, all is perjury. You lied about your ghost riders. You lied about your crew.
You hear the echoing in the back with him say, like, he's saying you lied, like a bigger voice coming through. I don't know what that's supposed to represent, but that I noticed that from the first time. That just really made it even more, that emphasized it even more. Like, you lied about all this, and we know it.
Members, they all pussy. You lied on them. I know they all got you. Ghost riders. You lied about your crew, about your surgery. You lied about your accent and your past tense. All is perjury. You lied about your ghost riders. You lied about your crew members. They all pussy. You lied on them. I know they all got you in them.
God, they're all that. I know they got you in them. Meaning, that's a double. Meaning you're in them literally because you're gay. And meaning they got what you have in you because you're a P also, just like they are. This guy. What the? Drake, why did you get this guy started? Why did you mess with him? Hey, what did he say in Euphoria? Right before that beat switched and he absolutely murdered the track. What did he say? Don't tell a lie about me, and I won't tell the truth about you. What has he done since then? According to him, I'm not saying it's all true, all right? But according to Kendrick, this is all true, and he's saying, all right, you gonna lie on me? Got it. Give me the mic. I got you. I'm gonna speak some truth about you now and what you're all about. Why, Drake? Why did you get this guy? You called this guy out for 2 songs. You baited him to try to come back at you, and he came back at you. I don't think you're too happy now, to be honest with you, after what he said about you. And this guy was kind of away. He was not really doing anything up until like that for quite a while, as far as I know. You brought this guy out. Woo!
You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter. You lied about them other kids that's out there hoping that you come. You lied about the only artist that can offer you some help. Fuck a rap battle. Just a long life battle with yourself.
That's crazy. The only one that could help you, could give you some help, is you. If you would just be honest about yourself, if you would just try to change, if you would just be truthful with everybody else and yourself, if you'd stop lying to yourself and everybody else about what you are, who you are, what you're about. But you killed that chance when you continue to lie to yourself and to everybody about who you are, about how you really are. And you're the only one that could help you. But this is not just a rap battle. This is a long life battle with yourself, because you are not happy with who you are. You're pretending to be something you're not because you wish that's how you really were. That's crazy.
Fuck a rap battle. This a long life battle with yourself.
Damn, that's it. All right, Kendrick. Good Lord, calm down. Why did you do that to this guy? Oh Lord, this guy, he is. All right, we'll get into the next song. The next one is my favorite song of the whole thing. It's we'll get into it then, but we got 2 more to go. 1 more from each. All right, guys, unless something else drops, but it looks like it's over. It's been over for a few days now. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's not too long. Hey, put who you think's winning at this point. And if you stayed till the end, just put who you had up at this point. Either Kendrick or Drake. Drop it in the comments. All right, guys. I appreciate you watching if you stuck all the way through. If you didn't, I get it. You know, I talk a lot. I like to examine stuff. I tried to minimize it a little bit on this one because a lot of these videos have been going 35, 40 minutes. It's insane. But it does require a lot of discussion. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Love you all. Be safe out there.